Alright, so this is going to be dispelling 3 science myths. The first one is about fungus, which I haven't talked about fungus in a while, but I see this going around every now and then, which is the idea if temperatures get any warmer, fungus is going to evolve to infect humans. The reason why this is a false misconception because fungal infections and fungal overgrowth are already the most common ailments in humans and really any animal or plant. Most fungus can survive human temperatures. Most fungus can survive upwards of 110 degrees if the mycelium is already inoculated, which is higher than we can withstand in internal temperatures. The spores of most fungus can survive extremer temperatures than that. Fungi are the most adaptable and durable organisms in probably the entire universe. Even still, it takes time to adapt to a new niche, and most of the fungi that can infect humans have already adapted to us. Heat is not a big enemy to fungus. The biggest enemy is direct sunlight. A couple degrees warmer in the earth is not going to fundamentally change how fungi work. They already account for most health problems. You don't need a warmer earth for that. The second misconception I'm going to dispel is global warming. I've been hearing this phrase going around. It's like an anthem for global warming, where they're saying the flowers are blooming in Antarctica. And that honestly sounds pretty picturesque. That sounds pretty cool. But what it shows is that even if things get warmer, it just means that there's areas that become more hospitable and more habitable. Global warming is not a problem. From around 11,000 BC to 4,000 BC, the Earth was on average 2 to 3 degrees Celsius warmer, and I have good reason to believe life existed during that period and continues to exist. The real problem is we aren't taking care of our rivers and lakes, we aren't letting forests grow, we don't know how to farm properly, we're not taking care of livestock. People are worried about the atmosphere. The whole reason why we have an atmosphere is because of microorganisms. If the atmosphere is degrading, you need to fix the microbiota of the lands and different ecosystems. If you're worried about rising CO2 levels, you just need microorganisms and other kinds of plants and algae to absorb that and breathe out oxygen. That's where we get it from in the first place. I'm tired of hearing about the world. Everyone's talking the world this, the world that. If you love the world so much, go outside and tell me the names of 3 plants or insects in your environment. Most people can't even do that, but you care about the world, right? What's referred to as the spirit or the magic of the land, that's the microbiota, and that's the most important part of it. You take care of that, and the rest kind of falls into place. Without the microbiota or the spirit of the land, everything withers and becomes corrupted. It's just fear-mongering and propaganda to the point of inaction. People are so concerned with the world that they don't think there's anything they can do, and it's not their fault, and everyone else has to go out and fix it. You guys are so parasitized you can't even realize that the world is made up of individuals and individual ecosystems. Most of any rising temperatures is caused by cloud seeding anyways. The reason why deserts get so cold at night is because there's no humidity or moisture to retain the heat from the day. It just dissipates. Now this is necessary in desert climates because you have to cool off from the day. This is why places like Texas keep getting heat domes in the summers because they're adding all this extra moisture and humidity to hold in that heat. The same thing goes for winters. They're going to be more extreme if you put a blanket of moisture over an area. It's just going to trap in that cold air. The reason we need to use cloud seeding is because we keep killing all the flowers and forests that produce the pollen and spores that allow for the nucleation of water. The big difference between this and cloud seeding is that the flowers and mushrooms, they know when the best time to start producing rain. The reason why is because they know the best time to nucleate water to help the environment, so they're not accidentally creating heat domes. So who cares if flowers are blooming in Antarctica? You're just going to use weed killer on them. The third misconception is microplastics. I'm not worried about microplastics at all. There's no actual evidence or research that says they do anything bad for your health. Are they probably worse than they are good? Yeah. But you guys will worry and complain about microplastics, but do nothing for your microbiota. The reason why we have all the health problems that we do today, from mental health issues, ADHD, autism, to chronic pain, immune system issues, genetic issues, tooth decay. Some people can't even breathe through their nose because their bodies are so misproportioned. It's because of unhealthy microbiotas. So yeah, let's worry about all the things that we know cause problems and contribute to health issues and figure that out. And maybe when that's done, we can worry about microplastics. But it's the same thing with the ecosystem and global warming. Your internal microbiota is the most important part of your health and mental well-being. There's already different kinds of bacteria and fungi that are learning how to break down plastics. It's not going to be an issue for that much longer if we just put some focus into that. On top of this, they have studies coming out saying that we breathe in about a credit card's worth of microplastics every week. Clearly, we have ways of getting rid of and filtering out these microplastics, because we'd all be action figures by the end of a year. Just stop buying into all of these misleading narratives that leave you in a state of inaction. But this is just my take on things. A lot of people will probably be upset about it, but I'm a misanthrope. I don't really care what you guys do, whether you want to actually fix things or not. Totally up to you. But that's all, so thanks for watching.